Peace here. Welcome to a show in a glass of its own.
Yes, Thames Television, the station with knockers. Excuse me, there's one now. Yes, can I help you?
Let's go back to 1982, folks, for Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. I love Joan in this video because she's just snarling. She's got the leather gear on and she looks like a bit of a horn dog. Oof. Yeah, you keep singing that, honey. Yeah, I've been hearing this song quite a lot recently, and I'm glad it's kind of reignited my interest for Miss Joan Jett herself, a woman who seems to keep out of the limelight quite a lot, and I'm kind of glad that she does actually, because what else do you have to prove? But let's get on with today's video, folks, because quite honestly, it's one of the more funniest stories I've seen, and it's a few days old, but worth talking about, because remember, folks, only white men, straight ones at that, are extremely terrible news.
He can hear its heartbeat.
For a modern gaming audience.
He knows it's out there.
Whoa, what was that?
It has no motive.
Oh my god. Baby, that's why we're here?
He knows what it can do.
Go have a coffee with your marketing team and just terrify them.
Now, it's really pissing him off.
Eat lightning and shit thunder with Jason King on Kung Fu Hot Dog.
Oof. Right, enough about Joan Jett today, but let's talk about this article from That Part Place. Yes, published on October the 21st, but DC Comics, which was once great, now appears to use and malign YouTuber Jeremy Griggs, aka D-Day Cobra, aka the CEO of Geeks and Gamers, by turning him into a Blue Beetle villain. Now look, it's Jeremy to a T. He's got the MAGA baseball cap on, and what does he say here? Unlike the mainstream media, we don't wear makeup, we don't spread lies, we don't have a bias, we believe in the truth. Even when Zack Snyder agreed to appear on a stream with Geeks and Gamers and then walked out after 5 minutes because he doesn't want to preach hate. Oh my word. I mean, that is Jeremy Griggs to a T, isn't it? And what I find very funny about this, if it's some kind of a strange virtue signal from DC Comics to include somebody like Jeremy, who's very popular in mainstream media. The guy's gone over 400,000 subscribers this year alone because Nick Merckx reacted to a video of his. And Jeremy, one of the hardest working guys on YouTube. I mean, I've been watching this guy for years, and he's something else. I've even sent him a couple of super chats on one or two occasions and made him giggle. So good old Jeremy. I wish he would come here to the UK for a convention, but it looks like it might be down to me to go and see him when I'm well and fit enough again.
Kung Fu Hot Dog with the 2 pounds.
Hey, Kung Fu!
Thank you. Says hail to my favorite honkies. Love you.
Kung Fu Hot Dog is awesome, man.
If you want to know where Jeremy makes his guest appearance, or should I say more than just that, it's a Blue Beetle comic called This Land Is Our Land. Now, of course, Blue Beetle, Hispanic superhero. What does that title tell you already? Of course, it's a big immigration hit piece. Oh my word. So, as initially reported by John De La Rose at fandompulse.com, writer Julio Anto and artist Jacoby Salcido appear to have included the likeness without his permission, by the way, but Jeremy has often said you can reuse his clips wherever you want to, however you want to. He's not going to pursue any kind of legal action against you, unless of course you're defaming him in a very negative and untrustworthy way. The comic paints the character that looks like Griggs as part of a YouTube funnel that leads one of Jamie Reyes' friends to join an organization called the Legion of Patriots. That's actually a neo-Nazi group.
You are going to join with us. the members of the American Socialist White People's Party.
The left tries to tell us that multiculturalism is the answer to all of society's problemos. Yet they criticize us for being men, for being white. No, how can you? For being straight. Listen, straight white guys, I'm a straight brown guy. Can I be included with you, please? Because my own kind don't like me at all. And that's mostly true. They want to emasculate you. The next page features a number of YouTube personalities discussing immigration, because if you're talking about geeky stuff like films, comic books, television, music, why does immigration come into it? With one of them, Jamie Reyes' friends, discussing with his other friends and their journey to the Legion of Patriots. This friend states, the more videos he watched, the more algorithms fed him to similar content. Each one more racist and xenophobic than the other. Oh no, good grief.
Very calculated diversity in terms of where, they hire people to check off a box or to fit a certain standard. And
Griggs has not issued a statement, but instead he reposted it from others who made a comment about it. First, he reposted John De La Rose, who wrote, looks like DC made D-Day Cobra into a villain. They make him sound pretty badass, to be honest. I hope he crushes the Blue Beetle. And then, of course, it goes on and on. Hypnotic's been mentioned there as well. And it's really quite funny, actually. Again, what the biggest backlash that anybody will get will be DC Comics themselves, not Jeremy Griggs. They've put him under a spotlight, under the once famous brand. And what is it going to do? It's going to make people curious about who is this D-Day Cobra? Who is this G.I. Joe fan? Let's go on over and subscribe to his channel. So it's quite funny that all takes place. And I want to say something to you, DC Comics, because where is my representation amongst the sea of white dudes right here? Why haven't you included me in there? Surely I must be worthy of something like that, shouldn't I?
One little, two little, three little engines. 4 little, 5 little, 6 little engines. Uh-oh, sorry, that one was a half-breed.
Back in the glory days, folks, when Warner Brothers were absolutely based as hell and the world was a normal place, and yes, you could even have the beloved Bugs Bunny in the 60s coming out of the racial slur like that. Absolutely hilarious. I've seen some people react to this online, not knowing what that phrase Bugs Bunny uses actually means. It's quite obvious what it is. I just think it's very funny. Do I find this upsetting or offensive? No, I don't. I've been called far worse back in my younger days. But seriously, Bugs Bunny, still one of the all-time best characters. Looney Tunes, Warner Brothers, when they even had Daffy Duck falling down the side of a window, stops halfway to wolf whistle at a woman undressing in the window, and then proceeds to continue falling down to the ground. How hilarious is that? And Daffy Duck, by the way, is my absolute favorite WB character, because just like me, he's got a roving eye for the women. He's my kind of duck. But on that one, ladies and gentlemen, boy, I hope you enjoyed this bit of culture injection nostalgia today. I certainly need it, and I hope you do as well. But DC Comics, in this case DC Comics, trying to their best to virtue signal for immigration. Somehow I feel like this is a very politically motivated thing from DC, because we got the election year coming up in America in a few weeks' time. Joe Rogan's interviewing DT tonight on his podcast. Kamala Harris famously rejecting Joe's offer to be on her podcast, or on his podcast rather. Why would I dare to call Joe a she? He'll come and beat the crap out of me if he knew where I lived. But on that one, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this video today, make sure you give it a like, smash that subscribe button, And if I were you, and if you were me, you may wish to return. What's up, Doc? For the next video.
Solo lost money. Raylos are weird, and we will talk to you later.